Hey everyone, welcome to Morethanmeetstheseguys. This podcast is a journey through Transformers from the beginning of the anime series with two old friends coming at it from different perspectives. Together we will go episode by episode with the occasional extra to look at how the show holds up or if it's a trap of nostalgia. We'll be looking at all things involved in the episode, whether there are real world factors that crept in the writing or the episode's typical afternoon cartoon fodder. I'm Evan, a lifelong fan here. Well, I'm pretty much familiar with all aspects of the franchise. So while Ed here, he was familiar with it, but it was really nothing he got into. So thanks for being here, everyone. And Ed, good to see you again, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
I know you've been busy taking work and stuff, and you know, life
Yeah,
in general.
yeah. The state of the world right now is it makes everything difficult to do at this moment. Like it seems like every time I look at the news, there's like something's getting blown up, or there's a riot, or someone's getting like almost assassinated. Um,
Yeah,
so
I get that.
it's
I've got an old buddy at work. He's on the other side of the political side, other side than I am. But
Mhm.
he wants to talk about things and understand things because he doesn't get into the news very much, and I do, but I very much curate what I get because I don't want the onslaught of stuff constantly. So we'll talk about things, and he's like, he was crazy about the stock market today because he heard it was everything's crashing and everyone's going to go to recession. I said, no, dude, it's fine. Don't turn on
we
the
were back
news.
up today. The stocks, everything was back up today.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. You can't sit there and watch it because you'll drive yourself nuts.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things that you have to do things that are good for your mental health. And we get inundated with so much just junk all the time. And the 24-hour news cycle, I think, is really what does it to us. Is the constant barrage.
It's true. My levity lately has been the Olympics, though.
Yes.
However, I will say that the last two Olympics, it's just been this crazy. It brings out the worst in people, and it brings out the worst in a certain sect of people. And
Yeah.
man, it's real bad right now. So people are
I
just
really
like,
like, the thing about the Olympics I love though is I love I guess the way that people our age and younger deal with things is you meme it. You make some sort of GIF about it or something like that, or GIF if you prefer. I don't know how the side of the road you lie on there.
we've
Um,
talked about this before. My preferred pronunciation is the original Spanish of Heath.
oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I apologize. You're
We've
the
talked about
original
this. We've
Barcelonian.
talked about this several times.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, I can't remember. I fight with my wife about all the time. It's graphical interface, not graphical. Anyways, so yeah, the thing I love is the Turkish guy, and he's like just pair of glasses on. He's got a t-shirt on. He's like, and that is the best thing to come out of it. I love it because the guy is just like he's like, hey, divorced dad, and figure to try something new in life, and he wins silver at the Olympics. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's fun. That stuff's
Yeah,
kind of cool.
it was pretty cool. As in regards to the controversies, I've seen
Yeah.
some really amazing hot takes on them, but I don't want to repeat them here because this isn't really
No, man, this is we
the
had too many real world factors. I showed you this the other day. I actually showed it to Boo in the episode we recorded too. I picked this up, and it's this is the Amazon exclusive, like two vinyl set of the original show songs, and I'm looking at it, and they also have it on Spotify or YouTube or whatever you listen to, Apple Music, I'm sure. They already have it on there too, so I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm like, well, I should open it. Look, I'm like, why? I came to a realization. I really like handling vinyl. I've got
Mhm.
a lot of older stuff, a lot of old Yes albums.
Mhm.
I've got a lot of old. I've got like a Virtual Purple Rain in there. I've got a lot of really cool stuff.
I have that. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like a lot of Jethro Tull, a lot of got some old Black Sabbath, just cool stuff. I've got some newer reprinted Tom Waits and stuff because so I loved. But I'm realizing like I love it because I you love that tactile feel, the I don't know, the analog of it.
Yeah,
But you
no,
can
it
just
feels
like,
nice. It
well,
feels nice.
yeah,
They have a good heft also.
yeah,
It feels real nice in the hands.
it does, and it's funny how we got away from that. I looking at it now, like I don't know if I'm ever going to open that. I like having it. I like the feel of it. I might one day open. Who knows?
Just open it. It feels nice. I buy records still, and I don't play them. My record player isn't even hooked up. But I every time I buy a record, I open it just to feel it in my hands and to float
Hmm.
like flip it and all that. So because I really only buy colored vinyl
Yeah.
feature discs, clear, like any sort of gimmick vinyl I'll buy.
Hmm.
Unless it's there's like one exception. Like I'll like every year the Dead Milkmen, like probably my
Mm.
favorite band, the Dead Milkmen, put out a they do a record store day thing where all of the like once they get paid back for the record, like their record label donates all the other profits to a thing called the Giving Groove. That's they buy instruments for kids in high school.
That's cool. That's really
And
nice.
yeah, I think that's super cool. So they usually do colored vinyls, vinyl. I hate vinyls. They usually do colored vinyl releases of
Yeah.
those. So I always buy those. Because they're cool, but I think there was one year, I think last year that it was on black, but it came with a bonus 7 inch that was on like this weird brown marble thing. So,
Nice.
but
Yeah.
it came with a coloring book too, which was really cool.
I love that kind of stuff. No, I kind of dig it. I mean, like I just really collect things I like. I'm a big Fleet Foxes fan, and they put everything on vinyl, and I like the way their stuff sounds because they have a certain, like, I don't know, a certain, like, that neo folk kind of Crosby, Stills Nash kind of sound to it, and
Hmm.
so I dig that on the sound of records. My record player is kind of trash. I actually need a good one at some point. It's getting to the point where it's skipping a lot now just because it's just junk. I'll eventually do that and get something better. So I don't really want, also don't want to put anything on there right now because I don't want to scratch it because it's jumping a lot. I even did
Yeah.
the old penny on the arm, man. You tape a
You,
penny down.
did you have you just pulled the dust off of the needle?
Yeah, I have. I
Okay.
actually changed the needle out and everything. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
it was like all, it was all in one record player. It's just nothing
Oh,
great. I mean,
it's a Crosley, isn't it?
I think it is.
Oh no. Yeah. No.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
dude,
get
I
rid of
don't
that.
know.
Get rid of that.
I was like, I
Yeah,
will
don't say
get
it.
myself a new one one day. I'll get that, and I'll get like a little amp with it, and a
Yeah.
little speaker
Yeah.
setup. That's all I need. I just haven't done it. It's like one of the on the. It's on that way down on the list.
Hmm. Fair
I
enough.
was giving, yeah, I was giving that one year for Christmas. I'm like, ah, cool, whatever. Yeah, but I kind of do this stuff. It's just those little things that carry over because I was looking at recently. There was recently there's a whole thing where cassette tapes are coming back into fashion.
Yeah, they've been back for in a lot of the music that I listen to, they've been back for a while, and there's some things that have come out that your only option for buying it is cassette. Um, not like there people didn't even do like SoundCloud or Bandcamp releases. It was like cassette only. Like here's these 4 songs cassette only, and I'm like,
That's
that's kind of
crazy to me.
cool. Well, I had a tape deck in my truck until like 2 years ago when I bought my Volkswagen.
It's like I won't use this ever again.
I used it every day because I had a tape to I had one of those tape adapters with the
Oh
headphone
yeah, I
jack,
used to have one of those
and I
too.
ran my phone through it, and
Yeah.
that was very handy. But you said down the list, and I want to tell you something else that's down the list, and
Mm.
that's Hoist Goes Hollywood.
I mean, Moist Goes Hollywood.
Hoist Goes Hollywood. This episode of the Transformers that we watched today,
Yep.
written
Uh,
by one Mr. Earl Kress.
he's done a bunch of the others too.
We've
He's
talked
one of
about
the
Earl
guys.
Kress before,
Yeah, he's done a lot.
and I forgot about Earl Kress's weird website. His website's still up, and but
Oh,
it
it's
was like built in like
nice.
1998, and
This, I'm like,
it's
man,
cool. It's cool to see it because it's a very charming like time capsule of that era of web design. And but what's very sweet about it, and that I genuinely like, is that the homepage on it has a lot of testimonials and stuff because he passed away in
I do
2011.
remember that. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just passed away
and
somewhat recently, like recent years, right?
what's that?
Just like pretty recent years, he's passed away, right?
2011.
20, okay, it was 2011. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was like
Um,
basically it's a devotion page for him now at this point.
yeah, it's very cool. There's a lot of tributes on it. So the whole
That's
front page
right.
is just his friends of his and a lot of colleagues and stuff.
I
And
remember that video.
yeah, and like a lot of people that actually worked in comics and stuff. Wrote like eulogies for him. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And he did a lot of stuff that I mean, we talked about it before, but he did a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, cool. And stuff that wasn't necessarily what I liked, but like I like that he just did so much stuff. But he also wrote a lot of not a lot, but he wrote a few episodes of the new Leave It to Beaver, and I was a fan. I was a fan of the new. I was a fan of the old Leave It to Beaver. I am to this day a
Yeah.
fan of the Leave It to
Yeah, I mean, I
Beaver.
was too actually. Like years ago, I used to watch that at my grandmother's house. I'd stay over there and like my parents were having troubles. I'd stay at my grandmother's house and I'd watch that on a late night. But yeah, honestly, full disclosure, man, it's not a great episode, but it's kind of fun. It kind of laughs at itself a lot, which okay, well, we'll get to
I
that
don't know,
later.
man. I don't
We'll get
know.
to that later.
If it laughed at itself, then that's at least somebody's laughing at it because I certainly was not laughing.
Oh
So,
man.
um,
Well, dude, it starts off with the most boring afternoon drive along a canyon road with the least likable threesome.
it's got it's got this happy little tune this like almost like a I don't know like a 1980s like TV show theme, but it's
Mhm.
like a show about like lawyers or something like that. Not LA Law either. Not something cool like
Oh,
LA
see, that would
Law. At
be kind
least
of cool. Yeah, I was a fan of that.
this was like if it was like lawyers in Chicago in like 1985.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was
Well,
like some
I,
straight
I was
man
going to
like
say you almost had me like the kind of boss legal type, but not even that good. Okay.
no this would be like some absolute like middle of the road thing. It's like much like how those Chicago shows are now, and it's
It,
the most middle of the road
yeah,
like inoffensive television. Like
yeah.
we're gonna make an empire out of Chicago stuff. And like oh God, spare me this, man.
It's like the lawyer version of Cop Rock. Um,
Oh, Jesus.
I love. I never saw it. I saw it later on. I saw the people talking about it. I had to look it up, and it's the worst, most ridiculous thing. I don't know how that ever got greenlit. Anyways,
I remember that coming out and seeing like a lot of like I watched a lot at that point in my life. I watched a lot of TV. That's all I could do. Like I couldn't go anywhere. I didn't have any money.
oh yeah,
So
I
all I
kind of
could
did at
do
the time.
was watch TV. And so
Mhm.
like it was a case where I ended up having with a TV in my bedroom. So I was like, it's all here. It's for me. I don't have to argue with anybody about what I want to
Yeah.
watch. I can just watch television. And
Was that on the Leesway house?
this is when I was like a kid. I was
Oh
like
God, I don't know. I can't remember how long ago Cop Rock was on.
this was in like 1990 or 91 or something
Oh
like that.
God.
It was
Okay,
a
yeah.
long, this was when
Oh,
I was in like middle or early high school and I was like, but back in the day, they used to do these, like networks used to do these, like before the new season started, they would sometimes do these like hour long things where they would talk about the new shows that were coming out. Like,
oh yeah,
oh,
yeah.
well, we've got, and they would interview the actors and all this stuff. And they did one of them was like a big piece on Cop Rock. And it was like, I was like, I'm watching that. Like, I'm definitely watching that. And like, yeah, man, like I remember like watching that first episode. I mean, and even I was 14, 15, and I'm, like, like this is awful. This is like I can't even finish this. This was like like House of the Dragon now. Like, nah, click, I'm done
Yeah,
with this.
that's another show I can't get into. I tried.
I actually came back around on House of the Dragon. I didn't like it at first because everybody's name sounded the same.
Well, yeah, they're all Targaryen and like
Well,
Valerian and
the names are all like Aemon and Grayman and Mysterious and Trigarius and all this. And it's like the cool thing about Game of Thrones and I've said this before on here that like Game of Thrones and Star Wars the early Star Wars, the
Mhm.
reason that I think that they were successful was because the characters had names that were just kind of Earth name, the regular names, but like changed or something like like
Jon Snow,
but it was
Eddard
like Jay
Stark.
Quinn and like Rob was like ROBB and like
Yeah,
Eddard like
it was
Eddard
they're still
and
down to earth.
Catelyn. Yeah, they're you recognize the names, like Luke Skywalker,
Yeah,
Han,
yeah, yeah.
Leia, Prince Leia.
I love the character and all that, but Qui-Gon Jinn.
that was when they started getting into gibberish names, and I
Yeah.
hated it. And it's like, and whatever the Mandalorian's name is, I don't even know what I
Oh, I
can't
can't
remember.
remember right now.
Can't remember. See, I can't remember if his name was like Deke,
What
Star
you
Killer.
do?
I know exactly.
Done
I'm
in
like, oh
Canada?
yeah, I got something.
Done in Canada, Star Killer?
Oh, yeah.
I've gotta admit to something real quick. So I found this deal on Facebook Marketplace. This guy was selling a ton of GoBots for like cheap.
No,
Yes,
no, okay.
yes. I gotta tell you, man.
Did
You
you
can
get leader
take
one at least?
no leader one in there. I have Vitor though. You could take this guy. You could club a thief like a burglar, and yeah, they go down, and you might be tried for manslaughter.
Do you
These things
have
are
Psycho?
penny,
Was
huh?
Psycho in there?
Oh, actually, I do.
Oh, dude, that'd be rules. That was the first transforming toy I ever had.
He is one of my favorites. He's actually the reason I ended up getting it because they had that. Like the whole thing was like $50. Like I
Oh
can
yeah.
do that. Yeah, like there's like 40 of them.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I can't say no to that, man. That's terrible, you know. But yeah, here we are, and now I have those.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
Yep.
guilty about it, but I don't at the same time. Um,
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we got this jaunty little tune, this cop rock tune, going on, and then these cars like race around
Mm.
Spike, and who was it Carly that was
His
with him?
Carly's in there with him. Yeah,
Carly, right, yeah.
his girlfriend that goes to MIT, and he's like 15 or 16, right?
But they're in California.
Yeah. Well, I think they're in Eastern Oregon or something. I don't know. But
I mean, it was like film studios. That's why I was like, they're probably in
oh yeah,
California.
you're wrong. You're not wrong. And that's probably why they're all there by themselves. They're all man. They're going on a long
Long
um
road trip
road trip date thing.
with a robot.
Yeah, yeah. And then Spike is doing the old man shakes fist at cars, you know, talking about those hot rod and punks. And
So
yeah,
these two cars race around, but these guys are wearing like these helmets, and these
Mhm.
guys like they have like these real like 60s anime looking faces. Like they've got
Yeah,
the
they do.
like grimacing. They were
It's a
reminding me
speed
more than
racer.
anything though. They reminded me of the guys from the bad guys from the video Take on Me by Aha.
Oh yeah, they kind
You
of
remind
do
you of those guys?
actually.
Yeah, they look like those
Yeah, they
guys.
do.
Yeah.
That's a nice deep cut because no one
Mhm.
ever remembers that part of the video. But I gotta hand it to you. Actually, that was the only good part of the video. Um, or you can beat on the wall until you become real or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're doing some Fast and Furious 12 like stunt racing. They're you know they drive up a cliff thing and he does a flip. And I don't know how fast his car was going, but it did a ramp and flew like I don't know 100 feet and then landed hood like
Excited.
hood on
Yeah,
not hood on hood like top on top. You know.
like Top Gun style,
Yeah,
basically.
man. He was like but it was this whole cool effect.
Hmm.
And I there was the guy on the bottom. Like it was he was supposed to stop. Well, yeah, well, that comes in a second, but there's this director is like, you know, cut, you're in their scene, you know, it's yelling at the kids in the robot
This
truck.
guy was the most like if you could like take what everyone thought a director looked like in like 1950.
I,
This
I
guy, he had like that like safari looking jacket on, you
yeah.
know, with a bunch of pockets and stuff
He
like
looks like what someone would describe a Jewish filmmaker to look like. He
yeah,
does. I'm not saying that
yeah.
to like trying to cancel us or anything, but he is like curly brown hair and he's got the safari outfit on and the dark glasses and like you know I'm surprised he didn't have an ascot on. But yeah, he's
Yeah, they probably forgot to draw it on him.
yeah, you're not wrong. Like an ascot or like a scarf tucked in his safari shirt, you know?
Dude, who what is Hoist? Is he like a recolor of another mold? Like a toy?
No, he's kind of this. He's in the same mold a bit of like Trailbreaker is, except
Yeah,
Trailbreaker has the cab on the back,
right.
and Hoist has like
Like a
the
towing rig or something.
thingy towing thing.
But
He's a
but
repo
he
truck.
transforms the same way though, right? Does he
Oh
transform the
yeah,
same way?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so he is basically like a recolor with a couple different parts, basically.
yeah. Essentially,
Okay.
so yeah, but he's a repo truck or something. He's tow truck. I don't know. Um, and yeah, he's there. He's like, oh, sorry, and the guy can't hit the brake pedal fast enough or it doesn't the brakes don't work and he goes off the cliff and somehow ends on this little ledge that's too far like they can't bring the helicopters because it's going to take too long and the guy's going to die. So Hoist there's other episodes where Hoist you know magically has a 200-yard long towing thing on the back of him, but this time he just decides to transform and climb down. He just like climbs down you know a little bit of a cliff and goes over and grabs the guy's arm and saves him. And you know they're all impressed by the fact that he can go do that.
He just did it.
And
Yeah, it
he's
was
just like, hey, here you go.
like okay, fine, okay, cool, awesome. But this director is so impressed with him. He's so excited about it. I'm gonna put you in pictures. Like
Yeah,
it was
totally.
like, dude.
Like call me
But
Hoist.
but then he proceeds to call him moist every
Hoist.
time he refers to him. But we meet the stars of this movie that this guy's making. We
Yeah.
don't know anything about the movie though.
No.
We get Harold Edsel,
Yeah, Harry Edsel and Karen Fishhook.
Karen Fishhoook. We get fake Harrison Ford and fake Carrie Fisher here. She even has the buns. She even has
She
the
does. Oh,
later on.
100%. Yeah. You know it's fake Harrison Ford because he like crashes planes. I guess you crashing
Ooh,
helicopters would be the right thing to do. Yeah.
ooh, that's
Anyways,
wow. That's
yeah,
that's
real world factors.
they crept into it later, like much later. It's like
This is
that's all he
pathetic.
does now
Yeah.
is crash planes and
And go on the shows and like looks like a grumpy old man. Like he looks like my dad, being grumpy about stuff. Yeah.
I don't blame him, man. You know, that dude had to put
Oh,
up with Star Wars fans and Indiana Jones fans for way too long. I'd be real mad. I'd
yeah.
be real critical about it
He's
too. I
like,
wouldn't
just let me die. I just want to go
I
fly
wouldn't want
planes in the mountains and die, please. Thank you.
I wouldn't want I wouldn't want to deal with it. But
Well, yeah.
I thought the Edsel part was pretty I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah, that was actually because Ford Edsel. Yeah, I totally got that too. That was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But he he offers Moist a vehicle robot casting job, and Spike's like, "Oh, he can't do that, but I'll do it. I'll help." And I immediately felt
I'll
secondhand
pretend to be a
cringe.
robot. You know, he'll pretend to be a robot. He'll fake it.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't think that's what they want you. I don't think they want. I don't know, man.
yeah,
I don't think you have the talents to pull this off, brother.
yeah. I immediately felt secondhand cringe for Spike.
Hmm.
Like Moist is like, "I'll do it." But honestly, man, the my favorite part of this entire episode comes up right now, and Dirge is like, "Mayday, Mayday."
What's wrong with him?
He can't fly with that thing on him.
He's
I don't
carrying a
know.
giant thing, like a big piece of machinery. Where did he get this thing from?
Wheeljack's lab, apparently. I guess he went to Cybertron or something.
No. Yeah, because hold on, because I'll address that. We'll address
Oh
that at
yeah,
the end.
please do.
So yeah, yeah. Well, like, where did he find this thing? So because he can't just go to Cybertron, can he?
As far as I know, he can't. But then again, they fly all over the place.
Nerds can't just go. He can't just go to Cybertron. Maybe it was on Space Bridge. Maybe he picked it up from Space
That's what
Bridge.
I'm thinking. Space Ridge, yeah. They just let the
Maybe
part out.
maybe Shockwave like
Yeah. There's too much story to tell with this movie thing, so they could just cut that out because it wasn't
yeah.
important.
This was a real
Yeah.
this is depressing dramatic thing we had going on here.
I freaking love Dirge. Mayday. Mayday.
And then he
He
like blows up
crashes,
like
he
his engine
crashed into a
blows up and he
swamp on
crashes
the
into a
movie
swamp. But you see
on the movie set.
it's on the set
Major
of the
pictures.
major pictures. Major
Yeah.
pictures.
Major
Yeah,
pictures.
he crashes here.
Man, and I love it. Like Megatron looks at Starscream and says, "Can't Dirge carry out a simple mission?" And
He blames it on Starscream. He blamed the whole thing on Starscream. Like it was his fault. It wasn't his fault. Like
he's
he didn't
like,
do it.
"No, I know, but I don't know why he was so mad at Starscream the entire time. He had to be mad at someone. He's like, I gotta hit something. Come here." And
Just picks him up, pitches him in the wall.
he tells Dirge to shut down the systems and stay there. They're just like, "I can't do anything. Okay,
Turn off. Like
turn on. Oh, okay, I'll hang out here."
turn off, I guess.
Yeah. He sends Astro Train, Thrust, and Ramjet to go rescue him and the cargo.
But
But
why didn't if it was so important, why didn't those guys do it in the first place?
I don't know, because maybe maybe they had like, I don't know, their labor union hours were up or something. I don't know. Dirge, just maybe they want to get rid of Dirge for a while because he's so flipping
All they were
depressing.
doing was standing around behind a door. These guys
Like
were
the
like
Dinobots.
Like they were like Dinobots. They were just standing behind this door waiting because it was like, hey, get in here. It was literally there they are right there. They're already right just waiting in this closet or something like that. So.
And I would have liked it more if Astro Train had some of his usual like complaining and like he's like sass and stuff he usually has. No, he was just
Nothing.
there. He's cargo guy.
I don't even think he said anything the whole
I
time.
don't think he did either. Let's not pay that voice actor that week.
So Hoist is working. Hoist is acting on this movie, and every other like C grade Autobot shows up, and they're like, "Hey, I'm here, guys. I'm gonna be a movie star too." And like Warpath shows up, and
Trax swoops
in.
That's
And
how you're making an entrance.
Power Glide. All these dudes, all these guys show up. Like nobody goods in this episode. So
I love the Sunstreaker pulls in and transforms like the stars arrived. And
never mind. Sunstreaker's good. So I'm a
yeah. He was like the only original of the Autobots that shows up. The original line, line of them. He's like the odd man out, but yeah, he's
it was weird.
Yeah, I don't
so
know what
they're filming this movie, and apparently the plot of this movie is that something crashes into something else, but it looks like a cowboy movie. Like
he does.
Harold Edsel's wearing like a cowboy hat.
He's wearing a Indiana Jones outfit.
kind of. But
He's
there's
kind of
always
wearing
like
the hat.
modern cars and stuff in it, and all of it. The whole plot is that they crash into something. He walks away, and then Karen Fishhoook comes out and like, oh, I can't believe you did. You can't believe you did this for me, and then just kisses it. Like that's the
Yeah.
whole plot of this movie is that something crashes, and he just walks out and
See,
gets a kiss from.
he crashes Sunstreaker into a barn or something. He crashes Powerglide into a storefront. Then he crashes not Swoop. I mean, tracks into a brick wall.
It was a lot. There were a lot of crashes. It was just
Yes.
crash after crash after crash, and it was like so. All they were doing was just like stunt
So
work,
yeah, it's
which
Harrison
was
Ford's life.
fine. I mean,
Okay,
that's
makes
cool,
sense.
but
Yeah. Uh, so they're hired as stunt cars essentially. They just um yeah, the director goes and he finds Dirge in the swamp on the movie, like the back lot. And he's like, what's this guy doing here? And he puts his chair down and thinks about it for a while. It's like, we can use this.
he puts the director's chair on the bank of this little river, on the bank
Yeah.
of this swamp. Yeah, and he's got like a dude there in overalls, like standing there with him, like, "What do you want to do, boss?" Like,
We're gonna build a bridge around it
We're gonna build a bridge around this thing.
because it makes sense.
It makes no, yeah. Like I don't know why that was the like, dude, you had a script to film. Like I
It feels
understand
like
like
Michael
rewrites
Bay.
and so, yeah, this is just like just see something cool and he's all like, yeah, let's and there's more like evidence for this later on because
Oh yeah.
at some point he just decides to start like making a completely different movie.
Yeah. the Yeah, so Megatron had this piece of junk stolen from Wheeljack's lab. He has no idea what it does. Like no one knows what it does.
He doesn't know what it
It's,
does.
he just knows like,
And
well, they must have had it there for a reason, locked up. And
must have.
yeah, Starscream says that yes, Primal order Wheeljack to create a device to counter this one, but the subtitles call him wheelchair.
Wheelchair, good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
didn't catch that. I don't think I was able to get the subtitles to work this time.
Oh, they weren't really great. They're pretty normal, but that one jumped out at me as kind of nice.
Wheelchair.
One payoff in the entire episode, so there's that. So yeah, then the Autobots just get pissed off and they leave because they're being beat junked up.
Yeah, they all got they all kind of sent home. He was like, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, y'all go eat a bagel.
Oh yeah, he tells Hoist to go
He
get a
told, yeah,
bagel and
told
get a
him
coffee. He's like, a bagel?
yeah,
And, yeah,
yeah. Hoist was mad that he got second united. So
yeah.
poor guy.
But he gets his assistant or whatever, the PA, to go get the back all the Autobots, no matter what it takes. Problems from whatever you want.
He's got a new idea.
Yeah, they all get chairs. Then they're all smoking
They all
right
got director's chairs.
tracks.
They all got director style chairs they're sitting in. This is cool.
Tracks has trucks on the back of his. But yeah, nice job. But yeah, so then
there was a building that said it was closed, like a set that said it was closed.
clothes.
CLLOSE.
Yeah,
Close.
clothes. Oh yeah, but the movie is now Attack of the Alien Robots, which I mean, it sounds like an Ed Wood movie. And man, Harry Edsel, I'm sorry, Harrison Ford, yeah, that guy looks really embarrassed. He's like, man, what am I doing here?
Dude, he's wearing this terrible Flash Gordon outfit, but
Oh,
the
it's so bad.
like they've got like the shoulders and all this stuff, like the big pointy shoulders, like old like 50s space suits
And the
had.
little ray gun and everything.
Oh, he's got a ray gun, dude. But
Yeah.
dude, oh my God, the Autobots, these poor guys, like they're in like robot form, but they're just wearing like these rubber masks over their face,
Yeah,
and it looks.
which
I'm
it's kind of cool.
I'm like,
Wish I'd got it. I got a like a third party like a third party company made Powerglide, one of the ones I have. And one of the things that comes with is an alien mask you put on his face. It's stupid looking, and
I was about to
apparently
ask if any third parties made the
actually the Masterpiece Sunstreaker actually comes with an alien mask too.
really.
Yeah, the Masterpiece one, I never end up getting it myself. But yeah, you can like have them do their alien robot thing if you wanted to, I guess. Not
Do
yeah.
you want to? Do you want to though?
No, I really
Do
don't. I don't. I put it on there
you,
once. I'm like, that's good. I'm good now. Thanks. Uh,
So, so at this point, the Decepticons are like invading this film studio because they want the film.
yeah,
They
this
want they want the film, and then they want the negative, and like the MacGuffin changes like a few times here, and
this feels like a ridiculous GI Joe episode with Cobra on the movie set or something like that. It's same energy at all.
yeah, it did, and I still don't know why they wanted the film.
So okay, so this is the whole thing. Starscream is so excited because he grabbed the film, right? He's like, I
Okay.
did it. I grabbed it, Megatron. And Soundwave comes in like, you didn't get the
You
negatives.
didn't get the negative.
And Megatron's so mad, he takes Starscream, pulls him over his head, and like slams him on the ground,
Yeah.
yanks some wires, so
Yeah.
he's deactivated. And then
Hmm.
they go and they're going to go find the negatives. Now the thing is they're I guess was it thrust? No, this is Thrust and Ramjet were like, oh, the human filmed us, and then Megatron's like, oh, we gotta get the film because we don't want the
Why does
Autobots
he
knowing.
care? Like,
Well,
what's the point? Like, why does he care about being filmed? What's on that? What are they gonna do? Like, oh, hey, you guys did some crimes. Like, everybody knows you're the bad guys.
well, nee, he's worried
They're on the
that they're going.
news. They're on the
Well, he's
news
worried
being
that.
bad guys.
Well, what if the Autobots happen to see this film? Which why would they? And they find out the big big boomy weapon that they got on Wheeljack's lab.
They're gonna
Um,
use it anyway. That's the whole point. The
yeah,
reason they got it so they could use
I
it.
know.
Like,
I'm not saying it's a good reason. I'm just saying that's the reason. But so they go there. It's like the almost actually no, it's more like a Scooby Doo episode with them chasing around the movie lot.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
yeah,
they get the film, I guess, back from the negatives, and Spike and Carly are sitting in like a little viewing room, and Soundwave does a Kool-Aid man through the screen and shoots the projector, which okay, but and then they Spike and Carly go and like they're gonna go grab the negatives so they don't get destroyed or whatever or stolen. And yeah, there's this whole thing with like Spike and Carly, actually more like Carly with Spike running behind him trying to evade the Decepticons, and it's kind of dumb. And then like there's this whole setup where like they find Moist again, and Moist is like, oh, follow me and do what I say. They take some of this movie set that looks like something out of the Raiders of the Lost Ark meets Temple of Doom,
yeah.
and has them hanging above a cauldron of hot lava that's going to dissolve everything. And he's like, "What? Why does Hoist say like, I'll do it, I'll destroy them, I'll drop them in there?" And Megatron should be like, "Cool,
Okay, cool, man.
then do it." But he's like, "Yeah, you won't do that."
They only want. I think they only wanted the film so the Autobots didn't get it.
They
So
wanted it destroyed. Yeah,
destroying the film is what Megatron wants.
yeah.
Like,
He's like, "Yep,
yeah, this was real. This was real convoluted, man. This was like,
this is real bad. This is kind of plans that Hoist comes up with.
yeah.
Drops them in muddy water. Apparently, it's boiling, bubbling because air jets or whatever. And everyone's happy. The whole day's saved because Megatron thinks it's destroyed. He's like, "Oh, cool, we're done."
Yeah, well,
And
there was a really there was a really funny scene though, like earlier on that we missed where like they were filming this like all the alien robots in this like spaceship.
oh
And
yes, I forgot.
they were like, oh, there's gonna be some fake explosions. Don't worry about the explosions. And
Yeah,
but like meanwhile, like Frenzy came in and like
the
swapped out
Rumble.
Rumble came in, yeah,
Just
swapped
wood.
out
Yeah,
the fake pyro for like a bomb. It like blows them up.
yeah. It is the funniest thing. Like Rumble just runs in there, takes the other one, and runs out the door again. And like no one notices Rumble in the entire studio.
Yeah, and that was
Comes
the
to the
only
door,
thing he does
leaves.
in the entire thing. It's just that he shows up and does that, and then you don't see him again. And
Yeah.
like,
He like basically he takes off a black cat and puts a quarter stick of dynamite down there. Um, yeah. So it was just kind of weird. The whole episode is weird. I mean, this is like
and that was basically it. And
yeah, and like they're
then
sitting in the movie theater later, and Wheeljack's like, "Oh, that thing! Hey, I never got to work. Then I worked, I would have taken it with us." Like, no, you wouldn't have.
so the whole thing with Wheeljack's device was a giant shaggy dog joke. It was like a oh ha 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 jokes on them, it didn't even work, huh?
Yeah, essentially.
And like, but that's that line though. Like, is what I was talking about earlier when
Hmm?
they were like, where did Dirge get it from? Like, did he go to Cybertron to get it from the lab?
He must have.
And they came back with it, like
Yeah,
or I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll take the no prize here and I'll say that Shockwave sent it back via the
sure.
space bridge. Sure, that
Yeah,
works.
like I broke in there. I got this is the only thing I was able to get before the girls beat me up again. Now here you go. And so they take it back. Sure. Now why not? It doesn't matter. It was just it wasn't great. It was you could take any characters of any show and plot them in there. This could have been G.I. Joe and Cobra.
No, this could have been Facts of Life, dude. This could have been Growing Pains. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
this could have been Webster. Let's be honest.
Webster was a good one.
Webster. This is much, yeah, much better.
Cool.
You get to
Yeah.
hide in this crazy, big house with all the dumb waiters and stuff.
Yeah, so ooh,
Mm.
this one, yeah, I had a rough time with this one. That said, like Kid Brain on this one, like I don't feel like there was a whole lot of things I could have like, I don't know, worked with for me on this one.
Hmm.
So Kid Brain's going to award this one one Harrison Ford out of five.
Ooh.
Adult Brain, on the other hand, didn't have a lot to work with on this one, and I was real irritated having to watch it. So Adult Brain's going to go one Carrie Fisher out of five. Uh, this may be one of my least favorite episodes of the Transformers thus far.
That makes sense. This is pretty bad. The best part about it is I'm calling him moist the entire time. That just made me laugh every time. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. This is I told you that there's a like a rut of bad episodes in season two, and we're almost to the end. Well, actually, we are to the end of that now, and it's getting to where it's going to get a lot better. A lot of the stuff that's going to happen. So I'm really excited to be past this. Just for that, just for the fact that we're finally past this, I will give it 1.5 hairs forward crashing a plane into the side of a mountain out of 5. And I think that's good, man.
I think this is the most unanimous we've ever hated an episode.
Yeah, it's good. Well, there's a reason because it sucks. Earl Kress. I mean, I love you, dude. You did some great things, and you're an inspiration to a lot of people. This one is definitely one. I kind of feel like we talked to Marco Charles Hill about this. He's like, yeah, I just threw a bunch of plot ideas, and they took some, they didn't take others. This is one of those. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, they can't all be winners, especially when you're
no,
putting out so
no,
much. So I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah.
yeah. But in
So
2024, it's not so good, Al.
yeah, well, Al.
Yeah, it's a Happy Days reference.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, that threw me off, way off. Yeah, it's not.
Try
Okay.
the fish. How's the fish?
Jesus, man.
It's not so good, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
you lost all the listeners on that one. Good job. I like someone's dad's like, I get that.
Good. I hope so. So yeah, coming soon. Sit on it. The Happy Days podcast.
All right, y'all. Been a pleasure. I'm glad to have you back, man. We're gonna get back into better episodes, I promise.
I certainly hope so. So
Yeah, well, we hit the bottom. You can only go up from the bottom. So
see,
I
you said
hear.
that before that it just keep and I find untold depths. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I get that. I get that. All right, man. Take it easy.
All
Have a
right.
great week, everyone. And anything with it, say?
Roll out.
Oh, that
That's
works
all.
for me.
Just roll
Oh,
out.
that's
Just
perfect.
roll out.
Morethanmeetstheseguys is performed by Evan Johns and Ed Strickland. Research is performed by Evan Johns, Ed Strickland, and with special research done by Boo of the AxelonUnderground.net. All used images in the videos are property of Sunbow, Hasbro, Paramount, or Marvel. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in every week with us. We appreciate it.